It's Dogan's cell, but it looks like he's absent at the moment. Maybe he's being interrogated. What's in here? Shush! I think he's found on it. What could there be in this room? Mr. Edgeworth, we better take a good look. There's nothing of interest here. Okay, cool. Look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. There's a small chisel here. So, I'm not very well versed in woodworking, but this seems to be a pocket-sized chisel. Pocket-sized chisel! It must be convenient to have one wherever you go. Is that from a thief's point of view? No, it's from a great thief's point of view. She didn't even skip a beat. What about these cookies? A teacup and biscuits. I suppose he has tea time in here too. Playing chess while drinking tea in a cell. Isn't this going a bit overboard with the special treatment? It's like he gets whatever he wants. Don't complain to me. You should tell him yourself. I think I'll pass on that. True. What about these chisels? It's the chisels Dogan uses. More than enough for him to murder someone. Speaking of chisels, this kind of looks like someone used a chisel on your forehead, Mr. Edgeworth. And what is that supposed to mean? See, that furrow between your brow is getting deeper. Looks just like a carving. I would leave the subject alone if I were you. Epic. Stogan chessboard. Still has the hound piece on it. Ah, the chessboard has legs! Aren't those expensive? They can be. It's a very good craftsmanship. Mr. Dogan playing chess is kind of unexpected, you know? Figured he'd be more of a Go player or something like that. Go. Do you play Go, okay? I'm really good at Go Bang! But that's not Go. Missile, maybe. It's what you're barking at. Whoa, hey! Knock it off, pal. Chocolate cake is bad for dogs. If that's how it's gonna be, I'll eat them all myself. Wow, that was pretty good. Good for you. But it looks like someone else has a problem with that. That wasn't fair, Gummy. I wanted to eat it too. I doubt it's wise to eat food you'd find lying around a prison. Hey, well, I guess Missile was barking at the cake, sir. What a fucking surprise. That was pointless. Is that police dog gonna get the job done? He's fine, pal. He was just following his stomach instead of his nose. Let's track down the scent of the body for real this time, Missile. Just sits down. Oh, looks like he found something else, sir. Now it's this cell. This would be Mr. Elbert's cell. I'd like to examine the interior. Detective Colligard. Roger that, sir. Good work, detective. By the way. Is J. Elbert still being held in the disciplinary room? No, he should have returned already. He was present during the noon roll call. He may have been assigned to work someplace. I see. Well then, may we examine the cell? Sure. Yes, sir. The fuck is this? The warden. The sandbag showed signs of repeated use. You want a box 2 missile? Ha! Look at him go! It can't be. Detective, move this sandbag at once. Yes, sir. Oh my god. It's a hole. Yo! A hole. This is Really? Hey, Missile, come back here! I'm going to. Hold it. I'll stop him, sir. It's too tight for me, sir. Detective? It can't be helped. I'll have to wait for her to contact me. Hello, okay. Are you alright? I'm so glad I gave you my number. Don't get so worked up. Right now I'm in the detention center. The detention center? That hole comes out at Knightley's cell. This dude's fucked. Really? Stay where you are. I'm coming over there now. This dude got hired by Dogen to do it. 100,000,000%. Fucking Shawshank over here. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. I really helped out, didn't I? Indeed. She doesn't appear to be injured. Well, yeah, she's tiny. The floorboards have been ripped up from the bed, under the bed, sir. Huh. Yeah. I see. Seems we found what we were looking for. Passage between the detention center and prison is blocked by solid doors. However, there is a secret underground tunnel beneath it. We were following a sweet scent and arrived here. That means the scent must have come from Knightley's body. Nice. Gonna think of it. His body was covered in dirt. It may have been caused by passing through the tunnel. Okay, what was inside the tunnel? Like, it was pitch black, so I really couldn't see much, but I took some photos. Please show us. It's a fucking spoon. This is spoons and forks were used to dig the tunnel. But more importantly, what are those footprints? That's a dog. These footprints, could they belong to a dog? We're getting fucking weird shit. This will surely be vital evidence. However, before we consider that, we have a big problem. Problem? J.L. Bird could use this tunnel to move around freely. Detective confirm his whereabouts post-haste. Perhaps he's... Maybe right, sir. There's a big deal. Yeah, he could have flown the fucking coop. After speaking with the guards, the search for J.L. Bird was carried out immediately. They searched every nook and cranny out of the detention center and the prison. But in the end, they found no sign of him. You guys are so fucking... Eat free, live free in prison. Nice, ma'am. Did you contact the police? Yes, ma'am. We already done that. We set up a security perimeter around the prison, ma'am. Alright. This is the first scandal in our prison's history. We're so sorry. She's completely different from before. Mr. Edgeworth. Was it? Thank you for finding the escapee's tunnel. But it's a little too late. Mr. Elbert has long since left here. I don't believe he has gone beyond the detention center. There are security gates located at the exit of the detention center. I believe it would have been difficult to get through those, wouldn't you agree? Nah. He stole that guard, that prison uniform. This stolen uniform, he fucking yoinked that shit. He put it on. It was probably hidden there inside the tunnel. He threw that on, walked out the front fucking door. Maybe he has another tunnel. We certainly can't deny that possibility, however. Anyway, there's no use in you being here now. Please return to your investigation. Yes, we'll do that. You guys get back to your post too. Yes, ma'am. Detective Gumshoe, sir. We got the results of that blood test you requested. Good work, pal. These are the forensic results of the bloodstain found in Knightley's cell. So what did it say, Mr. Edgeworth? The blood is confirmed to have been Knightley's. Not a surprise. Hey now, that's good news. We found the bloodstain in Knightley's cell, and discovered the tunnel the dog used. Furthermore, the security camera shows footage of a dog attacking Knightley in his cell. We have all the evidence we need. It's time we ask Dogen a few questions. Dogen, did you say? Please use utmost caution. The man even has henchmen outside the prison. A outside of the prison. Is this related to a secret trade route, says the supplier? The police have been searching for Dogen's henchmen for ages. I've also been helping them, but... So that means back then. So he still won't talk. Even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred from the precinct? That's right. I don't know how many times I've tried. I can't report back empty-handed. Assassin sure is the one tough cookie, huh, Assassin? You had evidence transferred from the precinct. Yes, we borrowed all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but no matter how much evidence we have on him, we can't get a single word out of him. The warden interrogates him herself. Why go that far? Well, probably because she has, like, some vested interest in it. Loose your focus, and he'll eat you alive. Be on your guard. Whoa! You've made Uncle Ray a little nervous. Hey, Dogen. Oh, hey, Justine. Judge Courtney, what are you doing here? Questioning a prisoner. Did you forget that we're investigating as well? Or rather, have you forgotten my warning? If you value your badge, you should not have appeared before me again. I'm sorry if you thought that I would obey by those words. I won't overlook something important just to heed your warning. I've come for a testimony and about the truth of this case, which you have overlooked. You mean to say you require my humble services? God, his head's so weird looking. It's like an egg. As I promised, I've returned to prove that you are the culprit. Interesting. Do tell. But before that, you should first listen to our reasoning. We can say with confidence that Simon Keyes is the culprit. Only Simon Keyes could have moved Mr. Knightley into the prison. You're a dumb fuck. And we can show proof of this fact. But first, I'd like to hear your resolve, Prosecutor Edgeworth. If our reasoning is correct, will you submit it to us? Your prosecutor's badge. Hey, you. You'll deprive him of his badge? Is that a threat, pal? No, it's not a threat, rather an act of compassion. Normally, I wouldn't even have taken a notice of you, since you have no right to investigate. However, if you are able to show proper resolve, I would be willing to let you be my opponent. Are you willing to risk it? Your prosecutor's badge. Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Yeah, sure, fuck it. I don't care. You're dumb. Very well. I trust my own reasoning, but moreover, at the moment I am currently a defense attorney's assistant, first and a prosecutor second. I will not sully the good name of the Edgeworth law offices. Yeah, good job, buddy. And to use my job through, to see my job through, I won't yield to your threats. So be it. Is this bravery, or simply foolishness? On the goddess of law's behalf, I shall be the judge of that. Sebastian, allow me to. Hey, yeah, I got it. I'm counting on you, Justine. I really don't like this chick. I presume you know of the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday. He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key to exit his cell. He then hid in the cage while he was moved to the prison workroom. So Mr. Keyes went to his cell after all. After hearing you talk about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves. Why don't you have a look? I have a printout of the security footage. Just the moment when Mr. Keyes visited Knightley. Exactly. As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. That's 326. I can't fucking tell. By using this blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage. This is our reasoning. What? You would see him! Blind spot, that means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage. At this time, there's still the possibility that Knightley never left his cell. Like, you'd see him in his cell at some point. If he was never in his cell after this point, then it's something. But, like, you'd see him walk away. There's enough of a gap. I can't see it because it hasn't been added. But there's enough gap around it that you'd have been able to see if he walked away. But why would he be hiding inside an animal cage? Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison. This is the only possibility. So he goes deeper into the fucking prison? A prison escape? That's so cool. First Mr. Elbert, and now Mr. Knightley. I won't let them show me up. Okay, this isn't the time to get excited. J. Elbert's escape is no laughing matter. Simon Keyes was aiding Mr. Knightley in his escape. In other words, he was an accomplice. Not bad, Simon. Don't praise him. The cage was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He would then be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan. However, midway through the plan, he was betrayed by Simon Keyes. Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be a hole somewhere. I must not overlook anything. Judge Courtney! Yes. Hold it! Do you have proof Knightley stole the keys? Is the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked a guard. We will know for certain the moment the guard regains consciousness. Is that really true? Should I ask Judge Courtney for more information? Yeah. There's one point in your reasoning that is odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the key, I'd expect he'd try to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keyes to help him escape? He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his personage. As he waited for the opportune moment, this is what I believe. He concealed the key. Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key, and I can prove it. Knightley did not hide the key, and the proof is... fuck. Wait, did we ever... Yeah, we don't know where it is. So, we know... We could searched his body. He didn't have it on him. Okay, that's like... Yeah, fuck. But we, like, literally don't know where the key is. Okay, fuck. I have to think this a little through more. He doesn't have a bracelet. Like, the keys are unknown to where they are. I could just be trying to, like, fucking grasp at straws here. But, like... You can seal the key. Entrance to the detention center and the prison. Take that! Fuck! You can't use... There's a metal detector. Unless it like... Oh my god, I'm getting fucking railroaded here. Fuck. Because there's like there's 3 different things and where I feel like I could like argue for why. try the keys. Because we don't, like, know where it is.
Take that.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna argue the other two literally would have worked. Haven't the guards informed you all yet? They searched nightly after you attacked the guard, and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold. That is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. What? The reason being, he concealed it inside the chessboard. Why isn't it still there? The chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon? What else did it fucking conceal? A dead puppy? Come on, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there? What? Oh, I'm fucking tilted. You can't argue both things. It's not a fucking mystical space that can hold either or. What? Take some responsibility for your own words. That was all Sebastian's idea after all. Yeah, right under the fucking bus. Yeah, that dumb fuck. So those two don't always agree on their reasoning. In other words, once we put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When Simon Keyes arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom. All thanks to his accomplice, Simon Keyes. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show had ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance. Oh, and that thing's covered in mud. That thing was dragged through that tunnel. 100%. You know what it was actually that happened? What's his face? I don't think the dog actually killed it. I think Albert, like, did all the work. He could have probably killed him. Or maybe the dog killed him. And then Albert comes through, ties up the body. The dog comes up, drags the body through the mud or whatever. And can drag him in here. Easy fucking peasy. And then, like, Albert comes, unties the body, dips out. Mr. Keyes performed in the show. He should have had no opportunity to murder him during the circus performance. No opportunity? Is that so? The story plays itself out on the stage, and such was the case of the animal show. So she examined the content of the show. The suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonizes the elephant heroine. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love and all ends well. At that point, the suspect, in the role of the villain, is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. Blown away by the elephant. Was he hurt? After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes. There's no way! Are you saying the crime was committed during that time? Even in such a short period of time, it would still be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so? No! 15 minutes? No way. No shot, dude. So he committed the crime in 15 minutes and then returned to the stage, not getting any blood on him at all. Dude stabs him in the fucking throat? Come on. That may have been possible if the crime scene had been at the prison. Judge Courtney, the actual crime scene took place in the detention center. Dumb bitch. I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence. As for evidence, I have it. Well then, please show us your evidence. Where is the evidence that shows the scene of the crime at the detention center? Hey, bitch, shut the fuck up. This is the floor. Oh, goddess of law, I am unable to comprehend your mysterious ways. This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Knightley's blood. This blood test. Can it really be trusted? What? To begin with, How were you able to conduct a scientific investigation? Really? Huh. I happen to be have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competence, but he is a man that I can trust. What? That detective. This concerns me. I cannot think of why one would disturb the order of the law. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee, his influence goes as far as the police department. Gummy's in trouble? Yeah, he's used to it. And forgive me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come of this. I will accept the fact that blood was found in the detention center as evidence. However... How ridiculous. This is unthinkable of you, you third-rate prosecutor. Mr. DeBest, you're here. I'd completely forgotten about him. There's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then, after he left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away. Ha! Did the dog wipe away the bloodstains? As if that could happen. That is possible of my Anubis. Right, boy? What? That was one of the tricks I taught him while I was still in the outside world. He'd make sure to hide any bloodstains he makes, so as not to leave behind any evidence. I was saved, if only by chance. Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis also performs that trick very well. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. First, he bites the victim's hand. Stop, stop, stop. I don't want to hear anymore. I see. I understand. Prosecutor Edgeworth, it appears you've gathered a good hand. I'm glad you understand. My argument is over yet. Shut the fuck up. Objection overruled. Hey now, that's a little harsh. Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine. You finally realize? The murder occurred in the detention center. Therefore, the assassin's pet dog. My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I have a way. I've been waiting for you to say that. Now, let me show you. This evidence shows the route the dog used to go between the detention center and the prison. Check, mate, bitch. Get out of my way. You're trash. This photo shows a secret tunnel hidden in the prison. That's impossible! A secret tunnel! This tunnel was dug by the escaped prisoner, J. Elbert. It begins in his prison cell and is connected to a holding cell in the detention center, namely the victim's cell. I'm shocked. How did this? Huh. Dogen, you must have known of this, since you used this tunnel to commit a murder. Really? In the name of the goddess of law, I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim. Fuck off.